Hi, welcome to Carrots Daikon. This is David and welcome to the last episode of our mini series on how you can create a profitable menu for your cafe or restaurant business. Obviously, all of these tips and stuff up until now has been my own opinion and the stuff I've read up and I've experienced as well. So feel free to leave in the comments below if you have other stuff that you've experienced that you would like to share. Would love to hear those as well. So let's jump straight into it. So this last episode, I want to talk about pricing and how it is so important that you've done all the research and stuff up until now from the last 5 episodes, and that this one will be the last thing to wrap up everything. So when we talk about pricing, it's just so important that you want to get this point right, because you don't want to be seen as overly expensive and you're offering something that is not a lot and customers are not getting value for money. Because at this point, when you're creating a profitable menu, you want to make sure it's value for money at foremost, because if you're offering something that is just like then no one's going to come and buy from you, or even if they do the first time, they won't be coming back, because if it doesn't taste good, they won't be back. If it's too overpriced and they don't think that it's worth it, they're not coming back. If they think they could make it at home, then you might not survive, because then they'll just make it at home. So really consider what cuisine that you're doing, the service that you're providing, the thing that will make you stand out, and how you can price according to that. So what potentially you could be pricing your food based on the cost of the ingredients and the labor that is put into it, and then you can add up your mock-up to a certain price that you can charge the customer. Or you can look at your competitors and compare their prices and whether you want to be premium, mid-range or low. That is another way. All the pros and cons will be very different for all 3 options, but those are the 3 options you can go with. And it's just a matter of deciding if that cuisine particularly fits into that pricing as well. Because if you look at maybe Chinese food or Indian food, they're more lower end pricing. And if you sort of look at the higher end, like Scandinavian food or Japanese food, those can be slightly more premium, but then they could also be made into more mid-range pricing as well. So really consider your concept, your style of service, whether it's quick or slow, sit down, takeaway, and you should be able to price accordingly to that, because that is what customers will hopefully be more accustomed to, and they won't feel like you're being cheeky asking for this and this and this and you're just offering this, where you want to always be seen as over delivering than under delivering, because then that will just give more incentive for customers to come back to you and buy from you than to someone else. So really consider those different options and the different prices you can go with it as well. Particularly if you have a short, concise and really straightforward menu, it makes it easier for you to price your menu and will make it easier for customers to decide. So particularly if you have your 5 dishes, one could be slightly cheaper, there'll be a medium price, and then there's one that is slightly more premium. So you can really decide what is more premium and what will cost more, and just offer that to the customers, because then customers have choice. They'll be able to choose what they want, and they don't necessarily have to have a main. Maybe you could have a couple of starters that are just like finger foods or just light foods that they could buy. You have full control over the menu, you have full control over the cuisine that you choose, the style of service. It's just deciding on how you want to be able to price it, and you, like I said, you want it to be value for money, because that will make customers come back to you. If it's too overly expensive, they won't be coming back to you once a week, they won't be coming back twice a week, they maybe come on a special occasion. So if your food is too cheap, then you might not be getting the margins in if they're just coming once a week. But if you go sort of mid-range, value for money, your food is fresh, it's healthy, and you're offering a great service, that's more of a reason for customers to come back to you, because it's not unhealthy and you're not offering maybe potentially junk food as well. You're offering good quality food at a reasonable price and that they see value in it. So that is how I would encourage everyone to go. It's just going for more value for money. Make sure that customers are getting their money's worth, and that ultimately if they're coming for lunch or the dinner, they are coming out full, or that they will be full after what they've had, because there's nothing worse than buying food that you just feel like it's your half empty still, or that you need to buy something more in order to feel like you're more fuller. So make sure it's value for money, and that customers really like your food offering, and you give them enough choice, because then if they don't want noodle soup, they can go for a baguette. If they want a baguette, they can go for rice, noodles, wraps, different buns as well. The choices are endless, and it makes it easier for customers to choose. So really consider your choices and the cuisine that you're doing. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this mini series on how you can create a profitable menu for your cafe or restaurant business. If you feel like I've missed up some stuff, leave in the comments below some of your comments, and I would love to do a part 2 on the part series and maybe fill up with everyone's suggestions and stuff and just talking about those. So feel free to leave in the comments below. Like this video if you like this series in general, and consider subscribing to the channel. It would be awesome to see your support, and so I can continue making these videos for the months and years to come as well. I've been David, you've been great, and I'll see you next week. Bye.